Hi, everybody. My name is Samantha Rose Paprin, and I am here to host an Empathy Empowerment Circle. I'm still waiting to hear back from the Unit Room 5 operator to let me know how I can unmute people, because I do want this to be interactive. And it doesn't seem that I have the capabilities to do so. If you guys can unmute yourself, just let me know in the messages. That would be awesome. Okay, let's see, says should be good now. Okay, great. So now I can unmute people. And so what we're gonna do today is basically open this space. I'm here to hold space for you guys in this time. And I know that I have been, even as a person who works as a coach and a healer, in desperate need of this human connection, because we're in such times of uncertainty and separation, and that's one of the greatest illusions that is that separation. And I wanted to come here and not just talk about myself and express what I want to do and what I want to host and what I'm doing. I want to help suss out the situation with you guys too, and I want to open this space for you guys to come and share what you might be going through, or even share what powers you've received or experienced from being, empathetic and compassionate and open, especially during times like this, and how we can, experience vulnerability without such stigma around it, because we really need that connection and that capacity to open up and be free. So if there's anyone here who wants to start, who has anything that they want to share, please let me know and I can unmute you. You can send a message in the group, because this is really just, a safe space here. I know we're all strangers, but that also makes it even easier sometimes to just open up. We really do need this time right now to go inwards and access all of the stuff that's going on between us. We have all of our greatest fears and our shadows and our inner children coming out and screaming for attention, because we're so ungrounded and there's so much uncertainty right now. And I know that this is not the typical format for a conference speech. It's not a speech. This is really a circle, like based off of women's circles that I've hosted in the past. So please feel free to open up, and we can really just go deep and talk and be free here. Feels like no one really wants to share anything right now. Okay, well, I'm still here. I'm with you guys. I am holding space. I am, personally willing to share my experiences through this time. I was living in Costa Rica, and I thought I was perfectly fine and happy to be there. But then I realized that it looks like I may not be making it back to my family anytime soon by choice. So I've recently come through Texas. I'm here now. It's been a really unsettling time, though, moving during this and having to travel from being in the middle of the jungle and coming back here and really regrounding and resettling and refiguring out who I am, where I am, what's happening in the world, because I had such a different perspective being so far removed and in a country that's dealing with it and handling and experiencing it completely differently than the US is currently. And so I know for me, it's been really hard, and it's been feeling like I've been holding the weight of the world from afar and then coming into the density of it all. So that's what inspired me to start this empathy empowerment circle, because I think that right now, some people are in the mindset of, you know, all one man for himself, like figure it out for yourself. And I really do believe that self-sovereignty is being put to the ultimate test right now. However, you know, we also need to remember that we're going to need to be together, holding hands, up in arms together to get through this. And so coming together and being vulnerable and being able to open up and share and hold space for each other is super necessary right now. Being able to tap into our empathy and knowing that, you know, maybe our experience is completely different from somebody else's, and it may look really shiny and packaged really well, but at the end of the day, they may be internally suffering a lot more than it looks like on the external surfaces. And, you know, I think that it was a gamble coming into, you know, a global unconference and thinking maybe this is exactly what people needed. But it's also really difficult to just be vulnerable and share and be like that in front of strangers completely. And I think that it's really important that we just shatter all of those glass ceilings and we become transparent with each other, and we are open and willing to be the feeling beings that we are, and share that and access that, and also remember that that's one of our greatest powers is our empathy, and to be able um, to openly share, to be able to be real with your heart. Hello, Camille. Thank you for joining. But to be able to be open and share your heart with people, especially during a time where everybody is suffering collectively, that allows other people, it opens a ripple effect for people to share and feel comfortable and hold space for themselves and for their communities as well. So Camille, I was just opening the space for people to share if there's anything that you want to talk about right now, or if there's any questions you might have or any experiences that you may have, you know, holding space for people and sharing your empathy and compassion. It seems like you're connecting to the audio, so maybe you can't even hear me right now. But I'm excited to have you here. Camille is a good friend. It's really important, and I hope that someone does. Maybe Camille will open the floor for us for sharing. Hey, Camille, can you hear us?
Yes.
Hey, good to see you, sister. I was just saying, I don't think you could hear me, but I was saying I was going to open the floor. I've been opening the floor to people if they want to share anything right now in terms of maybe what you're going through, what you're experiencing, or anytime you've felt really empowered by just being vulnerable and sharing or holding space for somebody.
Oof. Well, sorry, I'm doing this from my phone.
The waiting room. Welcome. So feel free to unmute yourselves anytime you guys want to share anything. I'm just opening the space again. Like I've said, here to hold space, here to share any self anecdotes too that may be, you know, reflective or important, or something along the lines of, you know, empathetic empathy. I'm just sharing my heart. I'm here to hold space in a time where we need connection.